And that right guy right there, Levon, my faithful sidekick. If you're new to the channel, my name's Derek Martin. My friends call me Lefty. And this is my guy, Levon. We live on a half-acre homestead on BullShoals Lake in Taney County, Missouri. We're about 800 feet off the lake down here, surrounded by woods, on our little homestead. And it's a beautiful day in the Ozarks. Yeah, I thought we was going to get rain all day, but it didn't happen. And I am not complaining. The sun is out right now. We're pulling in about 1,100 watts of solar on our kitchen panels and maxed out on our living room panel at 430. Yep. Levon. You want to say anything to the people, Levon? It is another beautiful day in the Ozarks, for sure. I've had a long day. What's going on, Lefty, you might be asking? Well, we got tomatoes popping in the tomato box. We got lots of zucchini popping. Yeah, I still don't see any onions or green peppers. And we got lots of cucumbers. So that's good. That's good. Hey, Levon, I'm going to go up here and look and see what the beet plants are doing. Cool. We got beet plants. Yeah, we do. Got some popping up. Good Lord. It's kind of warm out here. I need to do some more yard work. But I'll tell you what I've been doing today. Besides enjoying the beautiful weather on BullShoals Lake, we have had a project today. What is our project, you might be asking? Well, hello, Jill. It is a beautiful day on BullShoals Lake just outside of Branson. Another gorgeous day in the Ozarks. Levon, say hello to Jill. Levon, the man, the myth, the legend. Doesn't get any better than that guy right there. Don't get me wrong, he will drive you crazy. He drives his dad crazy all the time. So what are we doing today? I'll tell you what we're doing here at the homestead. Thought it was going to rain all day. Thought it'd be a good day to work on the battery bank and the solar panel situation. We got our 4th battery in yesterday for our Tower of Power 48 volt battery bank in the living room, or excuse me, in the kitchen of the homestead. And yeah, we just been putting it together a little bit here and there. And we just got to the point where we're at our 4th battery, which is where we're going to stop at that particular battery bank. It'll be a 200 amp hour, 10 kilowatts. It'll run the kitchen real nice. We've got a couple more solar panels we're going to hook up to it this week and double the solar panels. So that brings me with what we was doing today. Hey, Levon, what are you doing over there? He found something to sniff at. Levon, what are you doing? Say hello to the people. Don't roll around and poop, Levon. So anyhow, we got our 4th battery in today for our battery bank. I got it in yesterday and got it all charged up, and it's been sitting so the voltage can balance out on it and the cells and everything. Had a little bit of rewiring to do on the bank itself before I connected the last battery, and that's where things went wrong. Well, what went wrong? Say that 3 times real fast. Whoa, Levon, be careful, buddy. I am going to tell you. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Jonah. I'm going to tell you what went wrong and how we is going to address the situation. If you are familiar with our channel at all, we started off with power stations on the homestead and then decided to go completely off grid, so we started building our own. This is the Tower of Power. 450 amp hour batteries, LiFePo 4s. These are DC house / eco-worthy. Great batteries, I love them. But what happened today was, while working on the wiring on the bus bars, okay, changing some of the wiring around, I shut off the discharge for the 3 batteries. Obviously, because I was fooling around with the wires, didn't want to electrocute old Lefty or blow nothing up, right? So I turned off the discharge on those 3 batteries, and what happened? Well, one of the batteries drifted a little bit. Drifted outside of that 0.01 volt. You know, you don't want your margin to get very big. What is it? It's 0.1 volts or 0.05 to 0.1 volts. A difference in batteries without causing you too much of an issue. I was not paying attention. These batteries, that one's at 5413, that one's at 5419. A 0.06 is perfectly acceptable and causes no issues at all. This 3rd battery over here was about 0.5 volts higher than the other 2 when I went to connect them back together. And what happens when you have that kind of a mismatch in your voltage? Well, I'm going to tell you, you get a big old spark. Yeah. Looked like somebody fired up a welder in the kitchen at the homestead. It was on the, I was connecting the negative bus bar. So, yeah, I got it on that side. Had a massive surge of voltage there and shut down that 3rd battery that was out of sync with the other 2. The other 2 were real close to each other. They handled it no problem. The one that discharged the massive amount is the one that shut down. So, and it caught it quick. I mean, it really did. Really did catch it quick. I was impressed with the BMS on these 50 amp hour DC house batteries. They shut it down fast. Now, this was the first time that I ever had anything like that happen. I'm new to the solar and the DIY setup and all that. So I was stumped, man. I was stumped. I left them connected in parallel, turned off the charging and discharging, waited for everything to cool down, gave it an hour. All the cells in the first battery that shut down evened out. Was hoping everything was good. Could not get that battery to wake up. Absolutely could not get it to wake up for nothing. So I ended up disconnecting that 3rd battery that had shut itself down. And right now I'm in the process of charging the other 2 up. The 4th one gets hooked up this week when I get the cables. Anyway, we're charging the other 2 up. Okay? And after I isolated that 3rd battery completely from the other 2, then it was just a matter of, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. I was able to check the voltage on the terminals to that 3rd battery, and it came back. So, yeah, I think I'm good to go. I'm reading good voltage. 52.9 on that bottom battery, which is about good. It's about right with the state of charge that it was. So I will continue to charge these 2. I'm going to let them top off, and then I'll disconnect them from the 3rd one. Disconnect those 2 batteries grounds from my bus bar. and then reconnect the third battery to the bus bar and allow it to charge off the charger. Solar panels, whatever is going on at the time. Depends on how fast these top off. And then I will let them rest, and the voltages come way closer than they was last time. Now, when I hooked these batteries together at 100% state of charge, obviously I was aware of that 0.1 voltage range that you can operate in. The half 0.05 to 1.1 volt is the range. 0.05 to 0.1 volt. In that range, you can hook your batteries up in parallel, and you don't have to worry about them sparking out on you and blowing up. I know, because that's what I did the first time I hooked them up. I just did not expect, I wasn't paying attention, I did not expect that third battery to drift as soon as I shut down their monitors, shut them off, the charging and discharging of the batteries, basically turn them off. Did not expect that third battery to drift as quickly as it did, but it did. You know, a half a volt was all it took to give me a surge, and I was convinced that I killed that third battery. I mean, I couldn't get that BMS to come on for nothing. If y'all ever got batteries wired together in parallel and you have something similar happen, be sure and isolate the battery that has shut itself down. You can't just disconnect loads and charging from the battery bank itself. You actually have to disconnect that battery that shut down, that the BMS shut it down. You have to disconnect it totally from the other two for that BMS to reset itself. And it did. I mean, it like 10 minutes. I'll sit around for 2 hours waiting for it to happen, and as soon as I isolated it completely, it was no time. So I think we avoided disaster on the homestead today. Like I said, I've got voltage at the terminals. I'm going to charge all 4 batteries to full, let their voltages even out before I hook them back together, obviously this time. And then later on in the week, we're going to hook up the rest of our solar panels. Levon, what do you think? Dad was stressed out this morning. I thought I killed one of our batteries. Those batteries are maybe got like 20 cycles on them. You know? I mean, those batteries are new. So, yeah. I am glad everything worked out. You can't believe that I looked at like that. Why do you look like that? I'm not sure what kind of question that is. Why am I bald and beautiful? Well, that's because I'm old. You know. I can't believe that you look like that. Life is hard, buddy. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Not everybody can be super handsome like yourself. I love getting comments like that occasionally. That guy's got like a Mickey Mouse hat on. I don't know what that's all about. You know, the beautiful thing about live streaming and being in control of your own YouTube channel, you can literally erase people. Tell them to go away. Bye-bye. Jonah said, can you sing for me? Absolutely not. I could. I love to sing, but boy, would it sound horrible. I'm not going to do that to you, pal. What do you think, Levon? Well, I'm going to get off here. My catastrophe is avoided for the day. We will not be hooking anything up anytime soon. I am going to get that isolated battery back on the charger later on and make sure that all 4 batteries that are 100% and give them plenty of time to rest, and hopefully everything will be kosher. In the future, I will be paying more attention to the voltage drift on our batteries if we have to shut them down for any reason. Yeah, wired together in parallel. It's a new thing for me. having our battery bank wired in parallel like that with a bunch of batteries. And it was a learning experience. Sure, thought I fried the battery, thought I fried the BMS. I will say that that has got those are golf cart batteries. So it's got a max output of 200 amps, I believe. Continuous 100 amp. Yeah. So it was enough to spark it and trigger the BMS. I don't think it was enough of a voltage jump to blow it or to damage cells. Obviously, all the cells are now evened out. Look at that jump. 29 folks just jumped on BullShoals Lake. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Derek Martin. My friends call me Lefty, and I live on BullShoals Lake outside of Branson, Missouri, in Taney County. With that fella right there, Levon, the greatest cattle dog you ever seen in your life. We live on this little half-acre homestead here, butted up to the Corps of Engineers property. We are surrounded by woods. This is all Corps of Engineers property back here. Directly that way through the tree, 800 feet, is the lake. And it is absolutely beautiful this time of year, as you can imagine. Started off as a rainy day. Did not think we were going to have any solar input today, so we tore into our battery bank, doing some rewiring and making room for the next battery that we had to wire in parallel, which will finish off our battery bank. And yeah, we had a little mishap. I let the voltages on the 3 batteries that I already had strung together. I shut the output off on those batteries while I was working on the wiring. And when I shut the output off, the voltage drifted. And I didn't realize it. And when I turned the ball back on, we had a major voltage spike. It surged, it popped, it sparked like somebody was trying to weld in the kitchen. And my BMS shut down for a couple hours. That was my first experience having that happen. And it took a while to figure out exactly how to get it back going. If any of you guys are into solar, this is my second year on the DIY trade. And so if y'all are into solar and you've got batteries in parallel and you have an issue with one of those batteries and the BMS shuts it down, save yourself some time and isolate that battery. Disconnect it completely from your battery bank. That's the only way the BMS will reset itself and come back on. At least that's the only way this here eco-worthy battery would reset itself, was completely isolating it. Even though I had the charge and discharge switches turned off on the battery, hooked up to the other two, it still was not allowing the BMS to reset. But once I disconnected it from the other 2 batteries, it sprung back to life real quick. So now I'm charging everything up separately. Gonna get them back up to 100% and let them sit for a day or two. The cables for the new battery will be in Monday. Levon, what'd you find? Cables for the new battery will be in Monday, and we will get back to wiring everything up then. The only task I have to do today, without damaging anything, is charging that 3rd battery. That's it. Just getting her wired back up into the hub where it can feed off of the DC house charger and charge it up. I'm gonna get off here. Levon, you want to come inside, buddy? I'm going to get a glass of tea. Y'all have a glorious day. I'm gonna go in here and probably take a break. Maybe get some lunch. We will catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by the channel, and come back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central Time for coffee on the lake, man. Me and Levon's little live stream on Sunday morning. So y'all have a good one, and we'll see you later.